Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you are new today, thank you so much and welcome. And if you would consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a concealer, my concealer routine, just so you guys get an idea of what I do. I've had a few requests on that, and then I'm also going to be putting a new product to the test. Yeah, I purchased the Clinique one, Even Better Concealer. So it has a lot of claims. I go through all that in the video. So what I'm going to do today is I'm doing this side with the Clinique and this side with my e.l.f. that I use quite often, the Camo Hydro Concealer. And we're going to put the two side by side to the test. So you may notice even now. So yeah, just keep watching for that. So yeah, go grab your cup of coffee or a glass of wine and we are just going to hop right into it. Yeah, so I've had a couple of people ask me on my concealer routine. So I purchased a new concealer, so I thought that what a great time to put this to the test. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do this side with the new concealer and this side with one that I use quite often, which is my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So the new one that I bought is this Clinique, and it's the Even Better All Over Concealer an eraser. So, and I got this in C and Fair. So I've been wanting to try this and for quite some time, but it is $26. Yeah, I admit I'm a little a little cheapskate, but if it works, hey, I'm willing to pay the money. So you got to buy it to try it. So, and I was able to use my 20% off coupon from Ulta. So that makes a huge difference. And let's read what the claims are here. I kind of brought it up here, and it's saying it's a 12-hour concealer. It instantly corrects, conceals dark circles and dark spots, blurs imperfections with all-day staying power. We'll see about that. Visibly reduces the look of dark spots over time. Improves moisture immediately by 55%. Improves moisture after 24 hours by 49%. Reduces appearance of fine lines immediately by 25%. We'll see about that too. I guess the key ingredients here is fortified with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid to help hydrate and plump fine dry lines, and caffeine to help energize. So these are quite the claims, folks. So I will use it regularly as much as possible to see if it really does improve my under eyes over time, and let's see what it does today. But what I was wanting to show is the routine also too is how I kind of get it to lift here, and also I wanted to show you how much powder can make a huge difference for mature under eyes. The young girls can get away with it. We cannot no longer. So I want to show you the difference and show you why I use such little powder. And if you have fine lines and wrinkles, why you should probably reconsider this as well. So I'm going to go through my whole routine. Again, I'm going to use the e.l.f. on this side and the Clinique on this side. And I've already moisturized my face. I've already applied the foundation and primers and all that good stuff, did my eyebrows and eye makeup already. So I just kind of wanted to go through, make it focused on just the concealers today. So when I do my foundation though, I only bring it up to about right here. I don't like to layer my products. So under here, the only thing I have right now going on is moisturizer. So I have been enjoying this. I'm going to kind of try it. You know what? I'm not going to do it because I'm going to put this to the full test. I'm not going to use any brighteners or anything. So we're just going to use this. And I do have, as you can see here, I have a discoloration under my eye here. I have some red, kind of dark redness here. Same with this other under eye. So we're going to try that. And I'm going to start on the e.l.f. side. And this just, like again, I said, the e.l.f. Hydro Camo Concealer. I believe this is in the shade. Hold on, I should know this by heart by now. Light beige. And I'm going to start with this side. And the applicator looks like this. It's quite large, but a lot of people, put a lot on, so that would help out a lot. But me, I just use very little. And I like to put like a line here. And then I just put just a little bit here. And that's probably even too much, but I'm gonna do the same on both sides. And I always kind of use a sponge to tap it out. And I don't rub, I tap. I'm not going back and forth or anything. And you'll see how this kind of lifts that area here compared to here so far. So it just kind of brightens that area and makes it look, you know, creates the illusion that it's lifted. And here I start with my concealer and I start down under where the wrinkles are. And I then bring it up into right underneath the eye. And that is because I don't like a lot of product there. Only because I feel like it accentuates my wrinkles. So yeah, I go down first and then I go back up. Now I'm looking right now and I can see, because I didn't use that brightener, I still got a little bit of darkness there. So I'm going to take just a little bit more and kind of go up a little closer just to focus on that area there. And we'll just go in. And also too, a little trick, if your concealer is a little on the runnier side or thinner consistency, I like to just set it down, then let it dry for a few minutes, then go into blending. It just seems to help because I feel like when it is too thin of a consistency, this kind of just picks it up and you're wasting a lot of product. So just another tip for you. That looks better. And you can always go back into just to kind of use the heat of your finger to melt it into your skin. So I think I'm just going to leave it at there. So this is the side with the e.l.f. I'll come closer in a minute just so you can see the difference once I have the two on. All right, let's put this Clinique to the test. And this is what the applicator looks like on here. It's a little smaller, looks like little, you know, those dove foot ones. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little streak here. And I'm going to try to do, you know, I think I took up too much. There we go. And use about the same amount on this side. So I'm going to take my little sponge and again, go in an upward motion. So I'm really not trying to conceal anything here. I'm just trying to lighten this area. I do have a little bit of wrinkling here, but no concealer is really going to cover that. Might blur it, but you know, no, I'm more focused on a lifting effect here. And now I'm going to go in, and it does have a much thinner formula than the e.l.f. one, just so you know. In the future, I might even let it sit here like I was talking about for a little bit, just to kind of set in my skin a little bit. I'm liking how that's looking. And again, on this side, because I do have that darker spots, I am just going to add just a little bit more, just because I'm trying to be even Steven here. We don't want nobody to get jealous over here. Oh, okay. So, all right. Let me take a close look and see if I got it pretty good here. Okay. So, right off the bat, I do notice a difference. I will say this side looks it's a little, yeah, it does look smoother. The only disappointment I have is, I don't know if it's a shadow or something, but I'm getting something right here still. So we're just going to keep going and see what happens. But I'm going to come a little closer, and so you can see, if you can see a difference. This is the e.l.f. side. Okay, and here is the Clinique. So it's hard for me to tell, but when I edit it, I'll be able to tell a little better. Okay, so this is where we are now. Okay, guys, I'm going to interrupt here. Sorry. As I was looking more into this concealer, I realized there is another cap that comes off, and there is a little sponge applicator here that I could have used. So yeah, this twists off, and that's where the one applicator is with the product on it. A little sponge to help apply the product. So I just wanted to do a quick interruption to let you know that. With the concealer, I've done everything that I would normally do. And now I'm going to go in with that number 7 that I love so much. And it's a finely milled powder. And it looks, just like that. And I think I'm going to use this on this side. And then I'm going to use my other powder that I love so much, the CoverGirl, on this side. And the only reason why I want to do this because I want to show you again the difference powders can make. This is a more lightly milled formula, so it's very, very light. I really have a hard time ever making this look cakey. And this is I love this on my face because it does have a blurring, but it is a little thicker of a powder. So I just want to show you the difference. So on this side, I'm going to start with the CoverGirl here. And it just looks like that. And I'm going to use, I'm going to be the same here. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to tap it off like I normally do. I don't like putting a lot of powder. So I'm going to, and I like to press it down first, like that. And then I even take my hand, wipe away as much as I can, and go back and wipe away even more powder. So what I'm really doing is just setting any concealer. And the reason why I like doing that is, I wear glasses, so a lot of times things tend to want to sneak down there. So this just helps from making us look like Alice Cooper at the end of the day. So, all right, I'm going to clean up my brush real good, try to get all that powder, the CoverGirl, off of it. I'm going to go into the number 7 and do the same thing. Tap it off real good. And just go in. And wipe away as much as possible. Okay, now I can tell a difference. All right, when I come closer, you're going to see. This is, the e.l.f. with the thicker powder. And that is the Clinique. And it's a much smoother, I think, from here, I can see it looks smoother. Now let me show you one more thing. If you put too much powder, like this was just a very light application. When you put too much powder, this is what happens. And a lot of people do this, and like I said, the younger girls can get away with it. I cannot. And what they do is they pack it on under here like that. Then they even let it sit here while they're putting all their other makeup on, and it's baking, which is good, like, to bake. Even I will sometimes bake around my nose because, like I said, it does get oily throughout the day. That's where my oils come out. So I will let it bake there for a little bit sometimes just to keep it nice and dry and oil free. So, but I'm not going to let this bake too long because I am doing something today. I'm going to look a little bit strange as it is. So I'm going to brush away any excess powder. Now you're going to see a huge difference. Okay, here is and what it does is, because I have mature eyes and they're dry under there anyway, now they become so dehydrated. They're just very dry. So now you see the difference. But I just wanted to show you that my concealer routine, what I normally do, I always put it here. I always start down here and move my way up. And I always use a very lightly milled powder. You can do some research. If there's another one that works for you, great. This one, I just will say, has always worked really well for me. And if you do know of a powder that has worked for you with mature eyes, please let me know because I would love to test it and maybe even do a video on that as well. So I'm always on the search of new products, and with just buying so much makeup, you just tend to, when you find something, you stick with it. And but I am really willing to try something if it has worked for you. So if you know of something, please make it put a comment in the section below. Okay, I'm going to go off and put the rest of my makeup on just so you can see the full finished look. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. I got everything on, and so it took a few minutes. So let's see what it looks like now. Hopefully I'm not making this move too much. But here is the e.l.f. side with a bunch of powder on it. And this is the Clinique side with very minimal powder. So I hope you can tell a difference. It's hard for me to tell, and I'll tell later when I'm, like I said, when I'm editing. Okay, guys, I hope this was very helpful for you. And yeah, and I'll put in the description box down below how this held up through the day. If I noticed any difference, if I felt my eyes felt more hydrated, we'll see what that claim did. And also, real quick, isn't this barrette just adorable? I got that on Amazon. So just so you know, and it came with a pack of quite a few little different. There was like a triangle and a little bow and just a bunch of them. So yeah, I'll put a link on that below because I thought this was just really nice for the holidays. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much again for joining me. And it always is such a pleasure that you guys come and watch my videos. If there's anything you would ever like to know about or any suggestions for me to do a video on, like I said, I'm always game. If there are any ideas that you guys would like or something that you would like to see me put to the test, if I can, I will certainly go get that and do that for you. Okay, you guys, again, thank you so much. And until next time.